We stand here in support of all of you across Montana that are advancing freedom and American values. Charlie had a passion for working with young people, and in Montana, we've seen incredible growth of Turning Point chapters on our high school and college campuses. I'd love to see a chapter in every single high school in the state. At a time when our country is in need of God's light, there exists a great need for an organization like TPUSA to restore moral clarity, constitutional principles, and our founding values, starting with our youth. Thank you, Charlie, for starting this movement. Thank you, Erika, for carrying it on. In Montana, we will always support you.
There you have Montana Governor Greg Gianforte helping Erika Kirk honor her late husband Charlie's legacy and spread his message across the country. The governor pushing to bring Turning Point USA's Club America chapters to every high school in the state. Turning Point USA CEO Erika Kirk joins me now from Helena, Montana. Erika, it's great to have you on the show. I mean, the governor spoke so proudly of what's happening in Montana and these, Club America chapters. This is a big deal. I mean, it is the fifth state now after Texas and Florida and Oklahoma and Tennessee to do this. And it is significant to have this kind of presence in Montana and these other states. What did you think of today's gathering?
It is, and it's very special because Governor Gianforte and his amazing wife, Susan, have been friends with Charlie since he was 18. So he's been with Charlie for this mission for a very long time, and he and Charlie both recognize that the best way to get civics back into the school system is through Club America, and that's a solution that he understands. That's a solution that Montana is solving, and we're so honored and proud to be working alongside him. And also we will be adding Nebraska and Indiana in the coming weeks to that list. So we have, I think, 43 left to go for our states to partner with.
One at a time. It's all you need is one at a time. You talk about when Charlie was 18. I want to play some sound. This is from Fox and Friends. This is back last summer in July when Charlie was talking about the start of TPUSA and also how key the youth vote was. He said the following here. Watch.
Why did you call it Turning Point?
You know, at the time, I felt as if we were kind of in a generational turning point. That was right before the re-election of Barack Obama. And I had just graduated high school. I kind of saw the liberal influences in curriculum. I grew up in the northwest suburbs of Chicago in Wheeling High School. And there I was, a young high school graduate with no money, no connections, and no idea what I was doing. I said, hey, I think we could do a better job of reaching young people. Yeah. The tables have completely flipped over the last decade. And it goes to show that this patriotic revival is being led by the youngest Americans. That should give everyone a lot of hope.
I find it interesting, Erika, because he used the phrase patriotic revival, and you can tell that that patriotic revival is underway. I mean, we have Jack Posobiec and Andrew Covette on our show all the time talking about this, and the numbers keep growing. And every week you think, oh, it's going to slow down. The momentum is going to slow down. It just doesn't happen. The momentum is building.
Yes, it is. And God is so good. And it's really powerful because Charlie knew that you don't just talk about the youth, you talk to the youth. And he has put us in a position where this is such an authentic and true movement. I mean, case in point, you have high schoolers, some of them that are walking out for those Ice Out walks. Our students, instead of walking out, they're holding hands in a circle around the American flag praying. There is a huge juxtaposition between what we are providing for our students rather than the other side. And so it's really powerful. And Charlie, before he was murdered, he told the team, Andrew Cipher was in that meeting, our chief field officer, he said, I want a high school chapter on 35,000 high school campuses. And Andrew's like, I don't think there's that many high schools in the country. So they looked it up. There's 27,000. So Charlie was like, okay, let's do 25,000 high school chapters. I'll give you a little bit of a delta there. But he was intentional. He knew that Club America was the future. And anyone who's watching this right now, whether you are a parent, a student, I just want to encourage you to get involved. I want you guys to be able to know that there is a place for you, and it's with Club America, and that's where my heart is at. My children are Gen Alpha. That's going to be the incoming freshman class. I also want to be able to pour into these students for them to know that in this upcoming election for midterms, it is your first time to vote, and that is very powerful. And I want these students to understand that your voice is in that ballot box. It is not with a weapon, and it's not to murder people. You need to get out there and vote and be able to understand what you're voting for, who you're voting for, and why. And that is why Club America is so important. And it's on our college campuses too, but Club America especially, because I know, Trace, you understand this too. You will never forget the first time that you ever voted. Never. And there's something that's really special about that. And so even if I have to drive a bus of high school students to the voting polls, we'll do it. But it's so, so important. And I'm just honored and blessed that Charlie entrusted not just to me, but our whole entire Turning Point USA team to carry this mission forward, because God knows this country needs it. And the only way to heal and move forward, aside from having, obviously, the Lord involved, is for Club America and our college chapters all across the country.
I find it interesting, Erika, when you talk about at the very beginning of your statement there, you were talking about this authentic movement. How is it that you go into young people and you convey to them the authenticity of what is happening in this country? What do you say to them?
You can't explain authenticity. You either feel it or you don't. Charlie was very good about that. He never had to over-explain who he was. He was phenomenal on his daily show. He was just an amazing man. Everyone knew that. Everyone could see it. And thank gosh we have all of his videos that we can see for years to come. But the young students see authenticity, and they can immediately sniff it out. They can also see if there's desperation in the room. So thank goodness that our movement has always carried forth the authentic pillars of what Charlie established this on. And we're going to honor that and continue it forward.
I wonder, when you talk about, the trial of Tyler Robinson, and you have been very forthright saying, listen, I think we need cameras in court. And the reason you say we need cameras in court is not because you want this to be, some kind of, you want this to be on the record. You want everything to be on the record. You want transparency, and you want to make sure there is nobody trying to twist this in any kind of outlying organization trying to twist this into something it's not. Is that a fair assessment of why you want this thing out there and transparent?
Absolutely. I want there to be no hesitation in understanding of what happened to my husband that day. I want there to always be full transparency, because what I don't want to have happen is for there not to be, and then I am relying then on social media and other news outlets to explain the narrative, rather than saying, hey, this is what happened. This is what here's all of the, it's just as hard, all of the facts on the table for you guys to see. And you guys can see on full display what happened to my husband. And there is no ifs, ands, or buts or confusion as to who did it and why.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to end on that. I want to talk about something uplifting, that the halftime, the alternative halftime show for the Super Bowl, Erika. Kid Rock, you're talking about this. I thought, I was kind of reading this and I thought, this is brilliant. After watching the Grammys and after watching, there is an appetite for this. I mean, it's a brilliant move. I'm just wondering what you hope comes out. What's the message you're trying to convey?
It's powerful, because what Charlie always loved and knew is that he wanted to be in the forefront of the culture war. He would be fist pumping to this. He'd be so stoked. And what better way to honor him than just to get in the middle of this and be able to offer an alternative to families. That's the thing that's so beautiful about Turning Point USA and all of our programs. It's holistic. It's for the entire home. It's for every age. And so for us to be able to provide an alternative that's pro-America, that's just pro-everything, that's not the opposite of what they're putting out there. I don't want to go into details and bash that, because there's apparently an audience that wants that, but there's a larger audience that wants ours. And so we are going to make it very amazing. I'm so excited. Our team has worked so hard. The artists that have teamed up with us, I just want to say thank you to them. It's very brave of them to do this. And they partnered with us without hesitation, and it's actually been a huge blessing, and it's going to be an unbelievable halftime show. We have it being broadcasted all over, but it's one of those things where at Turning Point USA, we're doing more than just being in one little orbit in space within the country. I mean, we're making a huge impact. We always have, always will, and that will be our mission to continue moving forward and honoring Charlie until my last breath.
It's kind of interesting because I know you literally are working around the clock. I know you're up late at night and you're up early in the morning. Is it the contact you have with young people? Is it lifting you, Erika? What's the message you have for them and for what they are offering you?
No, it's really special. I mean, again, Charlie has handpicked a phenomenal team. So this is more passion related for me. It's not a 9 to 5. I raise my babies. They're my priority, but also Turning Point USA has amazing staff, and we are so focused on making sure that they have a place to go to. And what's also so amazing is that we are being able to see how these generations are creating leaders. And that's what Charlie wanted, is for leaders in the community, for these kids to be able to fight to have their chapters on campuses, for them to just be good people. And that's what we need. And so, yes, being around these students, getting to talk to them, getting to hear their stories about Charlie, getting to hear how they're inspired from Charlie and what they are going to do personally to not only continue Charlie's legacy, but also their own. Is extremely powerful and uplifting and very moving. And I actually love sharing that with my kids every single day. When I hear the stories, I get to share them with my babies and say, this is how Daddy continues to live on forever.
Erika Kirk, great to have you on the show. Best of luck.
God bless you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.